So today, I'll be discussing about the one thing that I kept noticing about growing companies is like a lot of companies become slower when they grow, and that does not happen because the teams have stopped working harder. But actually, I think the most of the teams are working even harder during the growth phase, but it actually happens because of the operational complexities that usually start scaling as compared to the systems underneath. And I have seen like this in the under the early stage companies. They are, but I think they're even more good because they can handle these chaos even more efficiently because founders are involved. They are checking out all the issues. They are very efficient in making decisions and all that, and so the systems also works very good. But when the systems actually start growing, you're getting more customers, more internal coordination is required, more approvals are needed, more edge cases are coming up. So in this step, usually the operation starts becoming heavier internally. Simple tasks requires multiple follow-ups. Approval takes a lot of time, and one team doesn't know what other team is doing. The information is fragmented across different channels like Slack, emails, CLMs, documentations, and other random workflows. Um, and one thing that I've noticed in all the industries is like um, you know a lot of invisible work is starts accumulating in all of these things because people someone is checking the statuses, they are following up on people just to follow up, just to move forward in on one place, and that basically generates a lot of chaos, and the system gradually starts slowing down. Uh, um, because the operational complexity really arrives, gradually. It multiplies accumulatively. Um, the workflow that you have built, the disconnected workflow, it suddenly converts to five disconnected workflows, and you're thinking that these five workflows will make things better. But if all of these are disconnected, they won't solve the root cause that is creating all this chaos. And people now, tries to make their customer side more modern looking, like good customer side, good front end, adding more AI chatbots, automated uh, onboarding, and all that stuff. But still, their internal operations, they're still manual. They are still, loading down things in different nodes. They are using different multiple systems, different CRMs, and all this cumulatively create a mess. Because when you're growing, um, and customer demands certain things, you have to be very fast in responding to those demands from the customers, because customers needs things, and if that is you're not able to help them out or build things for them, then it will eventually slow down the progress. So it's not just that you modernize your customer facing thing, it's also important that one should automate or create a proper system for the internal operations as well. If information is scattered everywhere, the business cannot operate through systems. It cannot scale well. And this pattern shows up against every industry, like healthcare, logistics, legal tech, or services businesses, and all other. Um, Teams become reactive instead of structured. Founders lose visibility into operations. Internal communication become noisy, and eventually, growth itself starts creating operational stress across the whole company. Uh, and one thing I've personally noticed is a lot of businesses initially think that it's a people problem. Like might start adding more employees, more managers, but the real issue is the operational architecture. The workflow needs to be designed according to the growing business. It could handle the complexity, the complex patterns across the company. Um, and I think that's the reason, why some companies reach certain level and some companies still stay at a certain point, and they keep thinking like why we are not growing, what wrong we are doing. Um, so even a software cannot just removes that chaos. It needs a proper structure, a proper connectivity to different tools. So um, I think that's the reason businesses cannot scale through efforts only. They can only scale through reliable structure, reliable systems that are connected across all their systems that they use. They are built in a way that they can scale when the company is scaling. Um, and that's the difference between a company that scaled versus the company that doesn't. Like the company that scale is also scaling their systems, their workflows. They are up to date with what's happening inside their companies. Um, so I think this is becoming more important in the next years because AI and automations are also making it possible. It can now let you handle those parts which were really needed human effort or more coordination. Now you can kind of automate those parts and with less effort needed in managing everything. So yeah, I think that's very important to think about the systems and the workflows. So if you're also at that stage and are thinking about how to make your system efficient, then sure, let's talk about it, and we can collaborate. We can collectively think about how the business, what the business actually needs, and how it can be at a better stage. Thank you.